EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This thrown quickly out to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action now. Mariota being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. On the screen, this is Coleman. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Completes it to Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They go with Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. This kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Bills nothing.
Daniel following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Allen. And Diggs has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The 2nd-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop on the first drive defensively.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Daniel Carlson.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trying for Brown. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there.
Jacobs, the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Right at the line of...
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Coverage, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Raiders' 15-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
14.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Vegas.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 95 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Back over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mariota now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Recovered by Buffalo.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Comes on to punt. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run this with Homer. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
10 yards to
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He may try and run for this. And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
13-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play fake. Mariota. Reception here by Rose. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
On first down, Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr is complete to Jones. And the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And no, doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 1, Allen going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The ball comes out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
To return is Roberts. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Homer. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Travis Homer with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I sat down with my accountant, he said I got
after the incomplete pass brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Trying to get to Rose, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This is Homer. He'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Travis Homer taking it in. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Steps away to his left. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
He was brought down.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
6-yard line.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Jonathan Hankins.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Homer. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Homer, the ball
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, or just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
From the gun, Carr. And that will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now Allen to throw, operating from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
So many Times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw again on second down. Mariota flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. It is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short. Here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 24 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Jacobs with a carry on 1st down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
The tackle made.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Flush to his right. And now the ball's out. Cole lost it. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
At the 39-yard line.
To throw is Mariota. On the screen, this is Coleman. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
His throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
They're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Allen on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line. Score, Bills.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.